We are live. Fuck yeah. All right. Welcome, everybody. This is the first episode. I don't know how to start this at all since it's the first episode. I don't got any fucking like inside jokes or anything. But my name's Trent. Trent Smitty. You can call me by Trent or Trent Smitty. I don't really give a shit. This show is about the news and talking shit about people on the news and some other stuff. I got some dumb shit too. It's nice to watch dumb shit. But since I don't have a trailer, or not trailer, I don't have opening banter. Probably shouldn't smoke. We're just gonna get right into it. So, I guess Macron went to the White House and pissed Trump the fuck off. So let's see what he did.
Will France support the U.S. being compensated?
I support the idea to have Ukraine first being compensated because they are the one to have lose a lot of their fellow citizens and being destroyed by these attacks. Second, all of those who paid for could be compensated, but not by Ukraine, by Russia, because they were the one to aggress.
Again, just so you understand, Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact,
Okay. Well, what Macron said there, I mean, that does sound fair. I mean, Russia invaded, so they should compensate. But, I mean, I wouldn't really expect anything of it, though. I mean, why would they have to compensate? Because America hasn't compensated for Iraq, Afghanistan, I don't know. Like, I think Macron's taking more of a moral pedestal, but I don't see Ukraine actually getting money back, especially with that fuck right there.
To be frank, we paid 60% of the total effort, and it was through, like the US, loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money, to be clear. We have 230 billion frozen assets in Europe, Russian assets, but this is not as a collateral of a loan because this is not our belonging. So they are frozen. If at the end of the day in the negotiation we will have with Russia, they're ready to give it to us, super. It will be loan at the end of the day and Russia would have paid for that.
If you believe that, it's okay with me.
Mr. President.
What a fucking asshole. Yeah, whatever. I just have to pretend I'm making us money. Shut the fuck up, you baguette eating bitch. I don't know. Like, that's... I don't know. I don't think it's as big of a story as already made it out to be. I mean, in my honest opinion, I don't think either of these guys really give a shit about the Ukrainian people. I think Macron's acting more professional about it. Trump just doesn't give a shit because he's Trump. That's how he is. But like, all they really met to talk about is money, not the people. So, I wouldn't say Macron's the good guy. Oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. So, check this shit out.
Hi, my name's Chris Cluey, 15-year HB resident. I'm here to speak out against both the plaque and the current city council. As the community made clear at the Library Commission meeting last Tuesday, everyone is in favor of a plaque to celebrate the library, but the vast majority are against including a MAGA acrostic. Okay? Unfortunately, it's clear.
Wow, the government went against what people voted for? That's fucking shocking. See, Chris, I think your mistake here is that you think the government serves the people and isn't just there to maintain power over you. Fucking idiot.
That this council does not listen, so instead I'm going to take my time to say what MAGA has stood for these past 3 weeks.
Okay.
MAGA stands for trying to erase trans people from existence. MAGA stands for resegregation and racism. MAGA stands for censorship and book bans. MAGA stands for firing air traffic controllers while planes are crashing. MAGA stands for firing the people overseeing our nuclear arsenal. MAGA stands for firing military veterans and those serving them at the VA, including canceling research on veteran suicide. MAGA stands for cutting funds to education, including for disabled children. MAGA is profoundly corrupt, unmistakably anti-democracy, and most importantly, MAGA is explicitly a Nazi movement. You may have replaced a swastika with a red hat, but that is what it is. I will now engage.
Well, I mean, the best part about that, or not the best part, the funniest part about that is that was all true. Like, he didn't say any lies there, whether you support Trump or not. I mean, whether you support Trump or not, you probably support everything that he just listed off too. So, I mean, it's all true.
Engage in the time-honored American tradition of peaceful civil disobedience.
Fuck yeah. Do it.
Get
Here comes the pigs.
Get out.
Seize him. Don't let him speak truths in this court of law. Listen to that fucking audience. Oh, it's almost like Americans are like tired of all this Nazi bullshit or something.
We're gonna take. We're gonna take a 5-minute recess.
Thanks for watching.
What a badass. Just so people are aware, you can see when you're not busy working. You're free to go to your own town hall meeting and voice your concerns. Oh yeah. I forget what government building this was in, but I mean, you can see the TVs got hacked in this building of this very nice AI video here of Trump sucking on Elon's toes. I think what ended up happening is they couldn't even find a way to actually disable it, so they just had to unplug all the TVs and all the computer monitors in the whole building.
Alec, it's you.
Okay. I haven't seen this, but I guess this guy, Jason Scoop, he pretends to be Donald Trump. Like, apparently he's pretty good at it. He finds Alec Baldwin and confronts him. So, let's see.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon, because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office.
Alec Baldwin's impression wasn't bad for the time, but we've definitely had better impressionists come out since then. It's fucking dudes confronting Alec Baldwin saying he murdered that bitch. I mean, he did. I don't know enough about it to know if it was his fault or not. I know some people say it is, some people say it isn't. I haven't read too much into it, but the fucking balls on this dude. The best Trump impression I've seen is probably Shane Gillis, but this guy is pretty good.
Lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree, you can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me, and that's okay.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
No, you realize, by the
Whoa.
way. No, look at me. I want you to look
Yeah,
at me.
sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring, no, it's the ring.
But you realize My kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children. Okay.
If there's a cannibals here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right out. You know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good.
I mean, he's got some balls. I mean, I guess I don't blame Alec for threatening to break his fucking neck, coming up to him, being like, "You murdered a bitch." It's also not doing good for him that he's threatening to murder this guy, though. But I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like this guy. I like the cut of this guy's jib.
The grand jury.
Oh yeah, this shit. Apparently, this police department in Alabama, I think it's Alabama, is so corrupt that the grand jury is just saying that the entire police department just needs to be abolished. Like, people would be better off without the police department.
Sent out
Which, I don't know. I think that might apply other places too.
on 9 findings and recommendations to the city of Hanceville, which include a rampant culture of corruption, abolishing the police department, and the death of a Hanceville dispatcher was the direct result of the Hanceville Police Department's negligence.
These officers find themselves on the opposite end of the laws they were sworn to uphold.
5 officers, including the Hanceville police chief, arrested following an extensive probe into the department. Dispatcher Chris Willingham was found dead in his office in August. His cause of death was the toxic effects of fentanyl and other drugs. Crocker says Willingham had access to the evidence room.
I would just say that nothing was secure about the evidence room, and when Mr. Willingham was discovered, there was evidence in his office.
Crocker went into detail on how people had access to evidence. It was through this hole in the wall. He says people would use the broomstick to jiggle the door open.
This individual who had the stick.
They just have a little fucking window, like just a hole in the wall. Like, fentanyl, cool. That's fucking nuts. I imagine, like, I just figured everybody had a key to get in. They just put a blatant ass hole in the, look at this dude. Like, where's my drugs at?
Is actually sticking his head and upper body into the hole.
Crocker says evidence tampered with includes cases in Hanceville Municipal Court and in state court.
I am not optimistic about the ability to prosecute cases with tampered evidence.
The question remains how many that will be.
You're working on that. One is too many.
Grand jury found the Hanceville Police Department is acting more like a criminal enterprise than law enforcement and a threat to public safety.
The recommendations have been made to the public at large, and then whatever action is taken will be up to the mayor and the council.
We went to Hanceville City Hall to ask the mayor what's being done to correct the corruption. The city's lawyer handed us a statement and answered a few questions, including about the future of the police department.
That's something that will have to be addressed by the council and the mayor at a meeting.
Coleman County Sheriff Matt Gentry says if the police department is disbanded, the sheriff's office would take over. Preparations are underway right now, although no formal request has been made.
We will do what is necessary to protect our citizens in Hanceville, because they're not just citizens of Hanceville, they're citizens of Coleman County.
How is the people of Hanceville supposed to entrust their council and mayor to hire another police chief or more officers?
When something is done, my office, state agencies, sheriff's office are going to be there to assist them. The mayor and the council have pledged their full cooperation with this process going forward, and I take them at their word.
In Hanceville, Megan Scarano, ABC 3340 News.
Okay, so just another kind of cop's just going to take over. So they're just going to spread their numbers a little thin, which means, hey, if you're a criminal in this shithole, you could probably get away with a lot more. And if you really want to get away with crime, it looks like all you got to do is join the police department, so that's cool. I mean, it's not just this town, obviously. Like, this is literally everywhere. Like, every fucking town has cops like taking drugs from the confiscation locker. Like, I know somebody who's an ex-cop. Every year for Christmas, he would give every adult in the family like confiscated moonshine. Which, I mean, nobody was like, "You're being crooked," you know. They were like, "Thanks," but this is literally everywhere. So,
as you.
Oh yeah. So they're gonna sugarcoat this, but basically, in a nice way, they're basically announcing that they're going to flood the White House with more Trump supporting news outlets. I'll just let her talk. Hold on.
You all know, for decades, a group of DC-based journalists, the White House Correspondents Association, has long dictated which journalists get to ask questions of the President of the United States in these most intimate spaces. Not anymore. I am proud to announce that we are going to give the power back to the people who read your papers, who watch your television shows, and who listen to your radio stations. Moving forward, the White House press pool will be determined by the White House press team. Legacy outlets who have participated in the press pool for decades will still be allowed to join, fear not, but we will also be offering the privilege to well-deserving outlets who have never been allowed to share in this awesome responsibility. Just like we added a new media seat in this briefing room, legacy media outlets who have been here for years will still participate in the pool, but new voices are going to be welcomed in as well. As part of these changes, we will continue the rotation amongst the 5 major television networks to ensure the President's remarks are heard far and wide around this world. We will add additional streaming services which reach different audiences than traditional cable and broadcast. This is the ever-changing landscape of the media in the United States today. We will continue to rotate a print pooler who has the great responsibility of quickly transcribing the President's remarks and disseminating them to the rest of the world. And we will add outlets to the print pool rotation who have long been denied the privilege to partake in this experience, but are committed to covering this White House beat. We will continue to rotate a radio pooler.
All right. So she's trying to frame this as breaking the media stranglehold, but the key point here is who gets to decide. She's not saying there's going to be some like open democratic election of journalists. Like, she's saying the White House itself gets to decide. So, you know, the opposite of press freedom. If a Democrat did this, the Republicans would go ape shit. They would be shitting themselves in fear. Like, if Joe Biden did this with like adding in like the Young Turks or secular talk, the Republicans would never shut the fuck up about it, about how like communist takeover. Like, and she's also avoiding naming the new outlets, even though we all know who the fuck she's talking about. She means like Breitbart, the Daily Wire, Newsmax, you know, shit like that. Like,
and add other radio hosts who have been denied access, especially local radio hosts who serve as the heartbeat of our country. And we will add additional outlets and reporters who are well suited to cover the news of the day and ask substantive questions of the President of the United States, depending on the news he is
AKA suck his dick and just tell him he's doing a good job.
Making on that given day. This administration is shaking up Washington in more ways than one. That's what we were elected to do. As I have said since the first day behind this podium, it's beyond time that the White House press operation reflects the media habits of the American people in 2025, not 1925. A select group of DC-based journalists should no longer have a monopoly over the privilege of press access at the White House. All journalists, outlets, and voices deserve a seat at this highly coveted table. So by deciding which outlets make up the limited press pool on a day-to-day basis, the White House will be restoring power back to the American people who President Trump was elected to serve.
Yeah, the
Thanks for
people.
watching.
Okay. So basically, that was just 2 minutes and 43 seconds of saying, we're going to flood the press corps with right-wing simps that will never challenge us because we're tired of anybody questioning our authority whatsoever. Like, okay, well, if you're giving the power back to the people, where's the fucking public vote on which press corps gets to get in? I don't know. This is Orwellian bullshit. Media that's even more state-controlled than before. Isn't that fucking cool? All right. So, yeah, Representative Dan Crenshaw, I don't like him. What he says here is, so he's asked about Tucker Carlson, his opinion of him. I'll just.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot.
Been deleted. Oh, he denied it. Well, I mean, you can't really deny it. I'm watching it right now. You tried to kill my friend Tucker Carlson? No. Why don't you come sit for an interview? We'll see how you do. I'll send you my address. All right. I think, isn't Crenshaw like a retired like Marine or Navy SEAL or something like that? Like, I don't think that's gonna do well. Like, Tucker Carlson's a little worm, little snake, little bitch boy. Like, I think that's an invite you can't. Crenshaw previously made enemies with members of the House Freedom Caucus in 2023 after he referred to opponents of then House Speaker Kevin McCarthy as terrorists. Okay.
Train heist.
Well, I think it's funny. But I mean, I think it's funny that Crenshaw said that, but at the same time, like, he didn't have to be such a pussy about it. Like, if he would have rocked it, I think he would have way more respect for him now. Like, if they were like, "Did you threaten to kill Tucker Carlson?" And he just went, "Fuck yeah, I did." Yeah, I think, like, he'd be a representative for the next, like, 50 years. Like, oh yeah, train heists are coming back, bitches. So, in California and Arizona, people are robbing trains to steal Nikes. Like,
train heists are becoming a problem in the desert. Now, what is the latest here? Law enforcement saying there have been about 10 of these train heists just in the past year. 9 of them happened.
It's that damn Red Dead game.
To have targeted trains carrying the same cargo. Nike shoes worth millions of dollars. So the most recent one happened last month up in the high country. Suspects cut the air brake of a freight train and ended up stealing more than 1,900 pairs of those shoes. Burlington Northern Santa Fe says it's working with federal and state law enforcement to try to stop those kind of thefts, but rail trade groups say more resources are needed.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that train robberies are coming back. I mean, people are safe, right? Like, nobody rides a train anymore. Not in America, anyway. So, cool. Okay, yeah. So, this right here is like peak dystopian theater. We have a fucking billionaire tech oligarch dictating economic policy. This motherfucker has also spent his entire life sucking up government subsidies, but now he's supposed to be our like financial savior. So let's see.
If you could get up and explain where you are, how you're doing, and how much we're cutting, and it's an honor to have you. He's been a tremendously successful guy. He's really working.
Take off that stupid fucking hat. Do you remember when he first wore that hat? Like he came out, he did his little jump up in the air, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA." Like, which might be the least sexy thing anyone's ever said. Like, I think when he said that, every pussy in the country just dried up. Like, I don't think you can get more not getting laid than that. Well, we know he doesn't get laid. He just IVFs people.
So hard, and he's got businesses to run. And in many ways, they say, "How do you do this?" And you know, he's sacrificing a lot and getting a lot of praise.
What the fuck is Elon sacrificing? His money? Fuck no. His time? Well, Trump and Elon both know this. Time is fucking money. If you mean his reputation is only getting destroyed because everyone sees through his stupid bullshit. So fuck off.
Praise, I'll tell you, but he's also getting hit, and we would expect that, and that's the way it works. So I'd like to have Elon Musk please say a few words.
Anyway, now that I've thoroughly sucked Elon's dick, we can continue.
Thank you, Elon.
Thank you, Mr. President. I actually just call myself a humble tech support here because this is actually, as crazy as it sounds, that is almost a literal description of the work that the Doge team is doing, is helping fix the government computer systems. Many of these systems are extremely old. They don't communicate. There are a lot of mistakes in the systems. The software doesn't work. So we are actually tech support. It's ironic, but it's true. The overall goal here with the Doge team is to help address the enormous deficit we simply cannot sustain as a country.
All right, I'm going to interrupt real quick. You guys know that when he talks about inefficiency, he's not talking about like the military budget or his subsidies or tax cuts for people like him, right? He's talking about gutting like education, what we do have of healthcare, veterans benefits, like shit like that, right? Like, I don't know. He's just gonna fucking privatize everything like the fucking techno-feudalist he is. Like, I don't understand how people can buy into this bullshit. He's so fucking stupid.
$2 trillion deficits. The interest rates, just the interest on the national debt now exceeds the Defense Department spending. We spend a lot on the Defense Department, but we're spending like over $1 trillion on interest. If this continues, the country will become de facto bankrupt. It's not. Okay. This is a scare tactic. That's not how national debt works. The U.S. can't go bankrupt like a business because it controls its own currency. That's a scare tactic that Republicans have been using for years. Those interest payments he's talking about, he's not mentioning that the people that own that debt are rich investors in foreign governments. So if the debt was actually a crisis, he'd be pushing for shit like higher taxes on billionaires and cutting corporate subsidies. But he's not. It's just a way to fucking manipulate you. Not an optional thing, it is an essential thing. That's the reason I'm here. And taking a lot of flack, and getting a lot of death threats, by the way. I mean, I like to stack them up, you know.
The richest and most powerful cocksucker in the world is playing victim. There are trans people who are scared for their lives right now, and there's also people dying from very preventable diseases because it costs too much fucking money. So maybe you can understand why I don't give a shit about you framing yourself as like this big selfless martyr
You're the guy carrying around his little 4-year-old on his shoulder so he doesn't get shot.
But if we don't do this, America will go bankrupt. That's why it has to be done. I'm confident at this point, knock on wood, knock on my wooden head, there's got a lot of wood up there, that we can actually find $1 trillion in savings. That would be roughly 15% of the $7 trillion budget. And obviously that can only be done with the support of everyone in this room. And I'd like to thank everyone for your support. Thank you very much. This can only be done with your support. So this is...
Where the fuck is that JD Vance over there? Where the fuck is he looking? If this isn't JD Vance, he looks like he's looking like over here. Is he checking out Trump? He smelled fucking Trump's diaper from all the way across the room.
It's really the urgent support function for the president and for the agencies and departments to help achieve those savings and to effectively find 15% in reduction in fraud and waste. And we bring the receipts. So people say, well, is this real? Just go to doge.gov. We line item by line item. We spend.
If you look at the receipts that he's talking about, by the way, it's fucking nothing. I think he claimed like $8 billion or something like that has been saved. It was more like $8 million, and it was on useless shit. Like they're like, oh, we saved $1 million out of this $250 billion budget in this one agency. It's like, okay. So
specify each item. So
because the thing about saving that money is that doesn't mean that we save money. It just means it's more money for them, which is another thing that you all are going to have to realize.
I should say we will make mistakes. We won't be perfect, but when we make a mistake, we'll fix it very quickly. So, for example, with USAID, one of the things we accidentally canceled very briefly was Ebola prevention. I think we all want Ebola prevention. So we restored the Ebola prevention immediately. And
public health isn't something you should just be able to turn on and off. The fact that this one guy, this fucking moron right here, can cancel life-saving programs is fucking terrifying. Like, what the fuck else is he accidentally gonna cut? Like, that's fucking horrifying, and he just brings it up like nonchalantly, like, haha, oopsie. And those are the things he can accidentally cut. There's a lot of really important things that they want to cut, like, meaningfully. So that's fucking horrifying. This motherfucker's also downloading all of his shit, all of the government's information onto his own private server. It's like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he going to be like the next J. Edgar Hoover, where we're just fucking stuck with him until he dies? Like, I don't know. That's pretty concerning.
There was no interruption. But we do need to move quickly if we're to achieve a $1 trillion deficit reduction in financial year 2026. It requires saving $4 billion per day, every day, from now through the end of September.
$4 billion a day. Okay, where are those cuts coming from? I'm guessing just social programs, replacing workers with more corporate elites like you, like the stuff that will truly fuck us over if you get rid of it. So I appreciate that, Elon. I really do. I don't know. I'm done with this. This happened like right before I started pulling for the show. Yeah, I guess Trump met with Zelensky in the White House, and I guess it gets heated. Let's see. Let me back it up.
killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and
You know, it's really disrespectful to come in here and call us on our bullshit. You're supposed to just sit there and nod like a good little boy. Ukraine's the next puppet state that's going to be under our control, so you should shut the fuck up.
forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you
Kiss the ring, bitch.
say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the open?
You're gonna like shit talk Zelensky for going on a propaganda tour when this fuck right here in the middle has been doing for 8 fucking years.
Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not.
Don't warn me about something that's gonna happen, you dirty Slavic fuck. I know everything.
Telling you,
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right.
Yeah, so all you dumbass liberals who said that Trump's gonna bumblefuck Ukraine, the whole Ukraine order. Well, look at that. You've been proven wrong once again, lib cucks. All I see here is diplomacy at its finest.
Right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You
was
don't have
in
the
it.
cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
playing
But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling.
Play ball, or I'm giving all your shit to Putin.
The
With the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
Yeah.
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No.
God, it's like he's arguing with like his 2 abusive parents or something. Like they're like, you need to be thankful at how bad I'm fucking you, you piece of shit.
In this
Even
entire meeting,
today,
have you said thank
even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation.
I wonder why he would have rather had a Democrat as president. I mean, I don't know. Him sitting here now, it beats the fuck out of me.
For the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
Don't talk to my wife like that, you piece of shit. Don't you dare do that. You know what? Get out.
Trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I.
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very...
Wouldn't it be cool if, like, the end of this video, like, Zelensky just fucking boom, like, right to that motherfucker. He looks like he wants to. Like, that face right there is the face of a dude that's done with your shit. Like, all these world leaders, they're not gonna win by being nice with Trump. They're gonna have to, like, Like, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to stoop down to his level. Like world leaders that have to deal with, like Macron earlier, and now Zelensky. They just basically have to say, "Hey, Donald, shut the fuck up for a second. And let me fucking talk." That's all you fucking do is spray diarrhea. It's my turn. It's my turn to have diarrhea, bitch.
Beginning of the war, we've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment.
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
Yes. What about
if you didn't have our military equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that there,
thank you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than.
This is what happens, by the way, when MAGA dipshits get out into the real world and have to deal with normal people. Because we're seeing it on a big world scale level now. But this is what it's like actually talking with his fucking supporters, too. Like when you go outside and they come up to you and start talking about shit, you can calmly say your position. They'll start interrupting you and say, "No, you're wrong. I know what's actually right. You're fucking stupid, blah, 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 blah." Like this is what it's like. But now we're just seeing it with, extremely powerful people. Like, but this is the same as an exchange you would have at a fucking gas station with somebody. Or like with your uncle at Thanksgiving.
Trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very
Me
important.
too.
That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. You're
I'm pretty sure he's very thankful we've given him a fuckload of money. I don't know, it's complicated because I understand that they shouldn't be conquered by Russia. Russia is the aggressor here, no matter what this stupid fuck on the right says. But, at the same time, we're giving people a whole lot of fucking money while we're all poor. So, I don't really have a full position on this, but you're basically just invited this guy into the country to shit on him. And now you're throwing a little bitch baby poopy diaper fit that he's standing up to you. Probably because he has a fucking pair. That's one thing I can give him as a world leader, Zelensky, is that he has fucking balls. If he didn't have balls, he would have surrendered years ago. It'd be kind of cool to have a president that did this, that gives a fuck about people, and isn't afraid to call you on your stupid bullshit.
people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers. Listen,
Don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop.
We have you by the balls, you little bitch. You are going to be in debt to us forever. So how about you sit there like a good boy and not talk about me like that? Or I will give all your shit to Putin.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you what,
that
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means.
That was with
you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was
your...
Biden, not smart. Me, Trump, very smart. You talk to me now.
That was with Obama.
President. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks.
Biden gave him javelins. I remember when that first happened. When this war first broke out, I was watching every news article, every piece of war footage ever. Biden was also giving him that shit.
Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins.
Right, but he's not talking about the 2014 thing. He's talking about the thing that happened just a few years ago. Like Biden and Obama are not the same person. I don't know if you know this or not. One's a eloquently talking biracial man that still pisses off old racist people to this day, just if you bring him up. Biden is a dementia-riddled warmongering fuckface. They're two different people.
You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards.
He's like the fucking mafia, dude. Like, he's literally acting like the fucking, like, you know, the Don. Well, I mean, his name is Donald. Okay.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry, here.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden.
Yeah, what if something bad happens? What about it? Who gives a shit? It's just something bad that's happening. What a way to dodge a question. We fucking voted this guy in again. We're so fucking stupid. We have 4 more years of this. Fuck me, dude.
They didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony. That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam.
I like how he just moved the conversation to attacking Democrat. You're not running for anything anymore. This is your last term. You don't have to campaign anymore. You're just going to blame everything. I said this was going to happen. So basically, anytime he fucks it up, him and his supporters are just going to say, oh, it's Biden's fault that Trump fucked up something. Like, that's just what's going to happen. And then his followers will never hold him to any sort of actual fucking standard. This is just the strategy for the next 4 years, is to blame everything on somebody that's not president anymore.
Scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by...
Well, anybody in Hunter Biden's bedroom was going, oh, for sure. Y'all seen that video? I didn't expect Joe Biden's son to have a big fucking... that caught me off guard.
Russia, the 51 agents, the whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make it...
Look, Putin is... Yeah, Putin's a piece of shit that has broken deals with all of our presidents before, but he won't do it with me, I pinky swear. I give the best rim jobs ever. He pinky promised me that if I lick his balls right and take his money, and we give him money and COVID tests, that he won't break any deals with us. Believe me.
A deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And
have you?
I don't.
That's what you're doing right now, is empowering him. You're sitting here yelling at him like a fucking 5-year-old.
I think you'd be a tough guy without the United States, and your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty. But
look at Zelensky's face. He realizes. I think he's realized just now, like, how fucked he is. Like this. I feel bad for him, but like, as soon as Russia invaded Ukraine, like back when Biden was still president, like that was our strategy with this was like, okay, we're going to arm the fuck out of Ukraine. And if they win, they are going to be our fucking slaves forever. They are going to own us so much debt. Like they will be our little puppet state. They'll do exactly whatever the fuck we say, just like all our other countries that we control, like Israel, Japan, South Korea, all of fucking Europe. Like that's going through his head right now. Like, I think he's finally realized it. He's like, oh, fuck.
You'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that.
I mean,
all right.
There's one thing he knows. Yeah, it is good television.
We'll see what we can do about putting it.
Oh, God. I forget this fucker exists. Like, every time he shows back up, I'm like, oh, yeah, J.D. Vance. I forgot he was a thing. Have you guys seen that video of Trump at the Super Bowl? They're, like, interviewing him, and they're like, he asks Trump, the interviewer does, he's like, so, do you think that J.D. Vance will be a good successor to the White House? Do you think he'll be the Republican nominee in 2028? And Trump, without skipping a fucking beat, is like, no, not at all. He's not going to be president. Fuck that. Like, he's literally only here because nobody else would fucking do it. Or he was the only white guy that would do it. You know.
We'll see. I don't know.
All right, guys, come on, please.
Okay. Fun stuff. So diplomacy seems to be going really well. Way better than, Biden's diplomacy. That was a shit show compared to our fucking master here. I can understand. Now I see what all these MAGA people have been talking about. Like, damn, yeah, he's definitely, definitely fixing everything.
Well, folks.
Oh, boy. All right. This is a typical Ben Shapiro video, but I don't know. I have a hair in my ass to pick on Shapiro. Yeah, how OnlyFans is destroying our society. Do you not say fans on YouTube anymore? Because every time he says it gets bleed. He'll say only, and then that's it. So if I'm saying OnlyFans right now, and it's gonna get me taken down, that's some bullshit. All right, anyway.
It is a Friday, and that means it's time to do a little bit of culture talk. I know. But the good news is my production team is filled with people who actually care about this stuff, and so we're going to go through it for your viewing pleasure or suffering, depending on the kind of thing that you like. So, apparently, Denise Richards, you remember her? Maybe you don't. She was in a Bond movie at one point. She's in Wild Things. She's married to Charlie Nev Campbell and all the rest of that crew, Matt Dillon. And now she has a reality show with her kids called Wild Things. And her daughter apparently has an only. Apparently that is a thing. So here is Sammy Sheen, who again, Denise Richards had her kids with Charlie Sheen. So that is it.
Oh, shit. We down? All right. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Sorry, it went fucky for a minute. Okay. Anyway.
Was the one who objected to Sammy joining only. When Charlie Sheen is the responsible one in a relationship, you know you got a problem. Here is Sammy Sheen explaining why she joined.
I'd party with Charlie.
Only in June 2022. She was 18.
Okay.
I think what made me start OnlyFans in the beginning is because I really wanted to get an apartment, and I knew that working at the candy shop I was working at wasn't going to cut it. So
fair enough.
I went to the next best thing and made an OnlyFans. It opened so many doors for me, and I've met really cool people doing it, and it's been really nice and rewarding being my own boss and making my own hours and being able to do the things I've always wanted to do.
This is so sad. I'm sorry, that's so sad. She's met some really good people. Really? Is those are the people you meet when you are stripping for money on Only?
I mean, isn't the sad part? I know she's a celebrity, or she's a celebrity's kid and all that, but like, isn't the more sad thing that people, not just her, this is like all over the place, that people like her do have to start doing OnlyFans because their jobs won't let them afford somewhere. I couldn't afford this shithole slum apartment with just the money I make. Like, I'm thankful that I'm married to somebody that makes about the same amount of money I do, and we barely afford this fucking place. This place is a shithole. You know what my setup is right now? I'm on a TV dinner tray with my laptop and my microphone on my couch. Like, I don't have, like, I don't know. I feel where she's coming from. I feel where anybody doing OnlyFans is coming from. They're not pieces of shit. That's what they're doing it for, is money.
That's how. Also, by the way, she is the daughter of Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards. I assume that there is some money available to help pay for the apartment.
Well, something about that too is sometimes, no matter how rich your parents are, Mr. Daddy's money, is that some parents just will not financially help their kids at all, regardless of their income. She might, like, if she became homeless, like their parents would do that. Some people are unfortunate enough that they don't even have parents that would let them move back in if they were homeless. Like I said, I know that she is rich, but that doesn't mean her mom helps her financially all the time, like your parents did. I mean, you've never actually had a real job. You've basically just been doing this. So,
like, this was your best job opportunity available, was stripping or working at the candy store. Those were the two big jobs.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, my options are, shitty low paying job or this. That's why I'm trying to make this shit work. So,
opportunities. Well, never you fear. Denise decided that after watching the success of her daughter, she too would join Only, because the family that strips together stays together.
No.
When I saw that Sammy was getting so much backlash, it really upset me as a mom, and also
probably makes a few people happy that she has one. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have wanted to bang Denise Richards. So now they can look at her naked. That's, so good for them.
As a woman in this business, because I've done roles where I have been, I did Starship Troopers, very conservative, and a totally different role from, this was very beginning of my career, and when I did Wild Things, totally two different roles, and people could judge either one. And so, and then after Wild Things, and then to be perceived as a sex symbol and doing photo shoots for that, and people can have an opinion about that. I didn't want, it bothered me that she was getting backlash for owning her own sexuality and her being a woman and doing what she wanted to do. And that's why I joined it. I didn't understand it before, and then I quickly learned. But that's ultimately why I did it. And I kind of made a sort of a joke about it. I posted something when.
I mean, whether you think this is like weird or not, she does obviously like love her daughter. Like she's trying to support her. Like her daughter is getting backlash, and she's joining in and being like, "Hey, fuck off! I do this too." And I mean, if you can take anything away from that, is that she's taking up for her daughter, and I mean that's a lot better than a lot of these people that are on OnlyFans get. A lot of these people, they get on OnlyFans, if their moms or their dads would ever find out, they'd be disowned, beaten. They'd be like, never fucking talk to me again, you whore. So, no, like, so at the end of the day, this is a nice thing, whether you think it's odd or not.
And she did join when she was people.
You got to remember, Hollywood people are fucking weird, dude. Like, they just are. Like, you've seen them. We've all seen them. Like, they're just weird, but that doesn't mean they're horrible people. They're just odd.
People were making comments because it's hard because she's so young, and she was 19 or 18 when
I
she
was
joined.
I just turned 18 when I
She was 18 years old,
It was
and
crazy.
I thought, oh my gosh, for her at 18 to have people have negative comments about her, it really bothered me. So that's why I, decided to do it.
Wow, that sounds like a reasonable explanation. I mean, to be fair to Denise Richards, basically all she's doing on OnlyFans is what she was doing in Wild Things when all the teenage boys had to go to Blockbuster Video and then pause the tape. So, I mean, nothing particular.
It's a little too specific, Ben. Dude, was she the one you did that with? Like, was that your movie, or was your movie like, I doubt you've ever seen Boogie Nights. I don't know. Mine was, I don't think they're allowed on TV anymore. I'm surprised they ever were, but mine was those censored Girls Gone Wild commercials. That was my thing before smartphones existed.
Really shocking happening with Denise Richards over there. I do feel horrible for their sister. So for Sammy's sister. So Sammy's sister is a person named Lola, and Lola was recently baptized in the Christian church, and she looks so uncomfortable during these.
Okay, yes. She has more morality over them now because she got dipped in enchanted water with +4 holy defense.
She looks just uncomfortable, which she should. So Denise Richards was asked,
should.
How do your kids feel about mom joining Only, which again is stripping for money. That's all it is.
How do you both feel about your mom opening up an account?
I think it's great. I always just tell her I wish she waited a little bit because she started it right after I did. But yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. Lola might say something else.
Whatever she makes.
I don't know what more I could do.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right there. Like, that's a lot more than you would have said, Ben. Like, if you're trying to give her more merit for being in the right, so whatever makes you happy. And really, people that aren't like devout Christians or Jews or Muslims, or like people that are just like me, who are just trying to get through life. That's really all we ask of religious people, is just to turn the other cheek, just be like, well, whatever makes you happy, you don't infringe on my shit, I won't infringe on your shit. I know that's like an impossible demand for dipshits like you, but what the fuck else you want from us? Free country.
She didn't know what more she could do. Well, she could not do that. Maybe she could figure out a way to, help her daughter so she doesn't become a career stripper. Maybe that. This sort of mainstream is one of the worst things that has happened in American public life. It's just horrifying.
Oh, yeah. The worst thing to happen to America. Moral panic bullshit. How original, Ben. Let me let you in on a little secret here. People have always, since the beginning of humanity, done some kind of sex work. It's actually safer than it ever has been, and that's cool. You're pretending like it's new for people to do this kind of stuff. It's the world's oldest profession, sex work is, which also means it deserves some goddamn respect. So you shut your fucking mouth.
The turning of normies into stars who sell their bodies for money is just gross.
What? So you're fine with sex work existing in the shadows, but not in like a safe, controlled environment where people aren't getting fucked up? I've heard some horror stories about, well, obviously from prostitutes and strippers, but also even like porn stars that are like on the professional sets. They've had some horror stories about some horrible shit that's happened. And the fact that people now have the privilege to make a living doing that just from their bedroom that's really cool, actually.
We'll get to more on that in a moment. First, it's often said freedom isn't free, and that is true. Freedom, of course, has to be defended. What isn't said?
Yeah.
How do you ban public?
Yeah.
I think it's gross. Well, I have some more you can get for going to expressvpn.com/Ben Shapiro Show. And if you don't think it's gross, well, I have some more gross-only content for you. So hope you're ready, and you can blame producer Jessica for compiling all of this. So apparently, you remember there was an announcement that Bonnie Blue, who is an OnlyFans creator, which is to say she's a on camera.
Fucking legend, bitch. Like, I mean, have you heard of anybody else fuck that many people in a day? That's pretty impressive. You and I couldn't do that.
I mean, I don't know what else you call it. She literally has on camera for money. That is what she does.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's so unique. She fucks people for money on camera? That's insane. Like, I've never heard of that before. What a piece of shit woman.
And if she's insulted by that, I wonder why, because definitions of words exist. In any case, Bonnie Blue, who had with 1,057 men in 12 hours.
You go, girl.
Which is 10 men an hour. No, I'm sorry, 100 men an hour? That is 100 men an hour. Somewhere in that 80 men an hour? I have some
it's like 85.
Logistical questions that are probably not air appropriate for how precisely that works. Is it just like an assembly line? Like, what is the average time? I had some. In any case, she suggested that she was pregnant, and this led to all sorts of memery, particularly from the Maury show, which this is the ultimate Maury show. Is that Bonnie Blue said that she was pregnant after having with 1,057 men. It did lead to one of the great tweet exchanges of all time, where somebody said, "Well, wasn't she using birth control?" And somebody said, "Well, it's 99.9% effective," and she had with 1,057 men. So you do the math. Right? Fair statistical analysis that you have made, sir. But it turns out that she wasn't actually pregnant. She faked the pregnancy, which I have to say I'm relieved for the potential child that doesn't exist of Bonnie Blue. Like, I'm glad for children to be born, but I don't think that everyone should necessarily have to be mothered by Bonnie Blue.
What a fucking hypocrite. Like, you're framing all this shit as like some moral dilemma. What all you're doing, it's pretty fucking obvious. You're just attacking sex work. I mean, you're stupid. Or like, you're happy if the child is conceived, but you don't want it to happen. It's like, okay, that makes a whole lot of fucking sense, Ben.
That seems bad. Like, if the child were already created, I'd be very happy that the child was created. But if Bonnie Blue could not have a baby with a random stranger, I feel like that's also not a terrible thing.
He has to say this because he knows that if he said she shouldn't have a baby, why the fuck is she pregnant? Oh my God. That he knows that detractors would come for him and say like, oh, so you're saying she should get an abortion then, right? And he doesn't want to deal with that, like, as a back and forth. Like, so he has to cover his ass by being a hypocrite. Because there's no way of winning that argument, because this is so fucking stupid.
Thing. In any case, she apparently faked it to raise funds for a stranger's IVF. It's all for charity, folks. For a stranger's IVF.
If it's for a good cause, why does it matter what the source of income is? Your stupid ass probably doesn't apply to that, to like evil billionaire vampires donating to charity, but you will to a grassroots movement, Mr. I'm a libertarian.
IVF treatment. Again, she is the least decent model for IVF I've probably ever heard.
Also, what you said earlier, why are you suggesting that sex workers are inherently bad parents? I don't think you realize how many people are sex workers and how many do take good care of their kids. Most parents that are sex workers are doing it for their kids, making sure they have food and shelter. But I mean, your rich ass has never had to worry about those things. So once again, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Surprise, surprise. Ben Shapiro is just fucking diarrhea shitting out of his fucking mouth.
But this is so I guess we're just going to do like biblical conundrums now. Like, can you use money to pay for temple dues and that sort of stuff?
I mean, why not? I mean, churches take money from like Nazis and shit all the time. So what's wrong with taking it from like OnlyFans money or even like prostitute money? If you're going to take your shit from like white supremacists, like where's the cutoff? Like,
To a church, money's money. They don't give a shit. Same for businesses.
Like, we're really going to do like Talmudic debates over this sort of thing now. Great. How exciting. By the way, she wasn't the only girl this week who faked a pregnancy. Apparently, Lily Phillips, who had, held the title of person who slept with the most people in a particular time period until Bonnie Blue decided to, outshine her. She had slept with 100 men. She announced that she was pregnant, and then it turns out that that was fake. And it was role play for her subscribers. It was role play. Don't worry. OnlyFans is only enriching the lives of Americans and the health of women. Oh boy, this is the culture you have created, and I hope that you wallow in all of it.
Jesus fucking Christ! Not every fetish or kink is the end of Western fucking civilization. You fucking whiny Puritan little bitch boy. Oh, this is society now. Okay. Back in the 1700s, pirates used to just pull up on shore. There'd be a prostitute there. They give the prostitute some money. The prostitute would bend over right in the middle of the fucking street and just start clapping their cheeks. Like, yeah, that doesn't happen anymore, but like, that was society back then. That was a traditional society. So what? Some woman being like, ooh, look at me. I'm role playing as pregnant. That's where you draw the line. Like, fuck off.
Okay. Other pieces of culture today. So I have been told, again, I'm just informed of these things and then told that people want to hear about them. I'm not sure I share the sentiment. But in any case, apparently Alec Baldwin and family.
I don't give a shit about Alec Baldwin. We already talked about Alec Baldwin today. So this dipshit is ignoring how capitalism actually shapes culture. If society creates economic desperation, people are going to look for profitable alternatives, whether that be sex work, podcasting, music, or, what the fuck ever. Motherfucker never questions why people turn to OnlyFans, just as they're pieces of shit for doing so. If this motherfucker actually gave a rat's ass about young women not resorting to OnlyFans, he'd advocate for shit like better wages, universal health care, and affordable housing. But he won't, because his closeted incel audience would stop watching him. Anyway, I'm done with Shapiro. Now for the main event. Call Benjamin. Call Benjamin Sargon of Akkad, the man who hates people from the Middle East but named himself after one of the most famous Middle Eastern kings of all time. So, he's about to tell the left, I don't label myself as a leftist. Well, here's the thing about left-wingism. People on the right just lump all leftists together. Like, even though there's like liberals, communists, anarchists, democratic socialists, green anarchists, but he lumps them all together. So I'm going to be saying we because he's talking about everybody that's to the left of him in this video. So, because I guess the right thinks that's how it works, because the right, I will say this about the right, they are more likely to all unify together. Leftists will fight each other all the fucking time about like little things. The right, whether they be like libertarian or Republican or fascist or whatever, usually when it comes down to election day, they're all on board with the same motherfucker, is why I say that. So anyway, he's about to tell us as leftists why what's happening is happening as far as like Trump being a piece of shit goes. He's saying it's our fault.
So I thought I would just record a slight stream of consciousness here, because
that's something to keep in mind too, is all the stupid shit that's about to come out of his mouth is a stream of consciousness for him.
Become very apparent that the left simply does not understand what is happening at the moment, right? Why the right is acting in the way that the right is acting.
The right isn't some misunderstood noble movement. We know what the right is and embraces fascism, reactionary violence, corporate bootlicking while they cry victim. What's not to get? the left understands perfectly well why the right is acting this way, because they thrive on shit like grievance politics, fear mongering, and rejection of just basic human empathy. So right off the bat, he's just gaslighting.
They don't know why things seem to be going so far off of the rails.
I do.
And it's actually kind of strange and beautiful to watch. Not what is actually happening. I actually don't think that the Republicans and some of the more sort of hard edge of the MAGA movement should go quite as far as they're going at the moment with the positions that they're taking and some of the things that they are doing. I actually don't think that's terribly useful in the long run. And I can see many people on the left who are just recoiling in horror.
So he's already admitting that, like, that what they're doing is bad. But basically what he's about to say is that he doesn't care that what they're doing is bad because it's fucking us over so well.
Horror at what's happening. What has Steve Bannon done just now? What has Trump just said about Zelensky just now? What is Elon tweeting about Zelensky just now? Like, what are they doing to these various constituencies that we care about? What is going on? And the answer is these people have become untethered from your moral system entirely, right?
Yeah, fuck you. We don't got no morals anymore, libtards. What you gonna do now?
They have arrived at the point where they are saying, we do not care about your moral judgments. And I can tell you why this has happened.
Okay.
Right? For years, the left has refused to engage with their opponents. It's literally this simple. You can find a million.
Yeah, no left-wing people across so many fucking platforms like podcasts, radio, news, anything like that has ever debated with the right at all. The right isn't looking. The right isn't looking for civil discourse. Let's be real. It's looking for dominance. Most of your guys' talking points, like anti-LGBT shit or like weird racial pseudoscience, yeah, that's already been debunked and dismissed. But you guys keep wanting to shout it and pretend like we didn't refute all those arguments. Like, it's basically like arguing with flat earthers. Like, we've told you why it's wrong, but you just refuse to let it go because it hurts your feelings. So what the fuck do you want from us? Also, I can just flip this back on your dumbass. Since when has the right ever meaningfully engaged with leftists? You motherfuckers don't debate the merits of like socialism and anarchism in good faith. You fuckers just strawman and fearmonger yourselves into power.
Mainstream left-wing centrist, but actually incredibly left-wing, agrees with the radical communists on everything, right? Everything is gay race communism.
Yeah, Democrats are totally communists, dude. Like, you know, like union busting and all that shit. That's such a communist thing to do that Biden did.
To the left, all of it, right? From like the Rory Stewarts, who would consider themselves like, you know, centrist dads, to the Ash Sarkar literal revolutionaries who are literally communists, right? The entire spectrum at this point is radical left.
No.
And the entire spectrum of the left.
Yeah, let me tell you something. The last election is proof that the entire spectrum isn't the radical left. The whole reason that the Democrats lost was because they put in somebody who was just Joe Biden but younger and a woman. And she just agreed with everything Joe Biden said, when the whole problem with Joe Biden to begin with is that the leftists hated him because he was just a fucking like 90s Republican. Like, that's what fucking happened, dipshit.
Has decreed it can never actually speak to the right.
No.
And so you've got podcast after.
I'll speak with right-wing people if you want to come on the show. I'm totally down for that. I'll talk with you. Like, we don't have to even talk about politics. We can just talk about like video games or, you know, fuck, marry, kill. I'll do whatever. Unless you just want to talk about politics. You know, we don't have to. We can talk about like your favorite fast food place. You know, that's cool.
The podcast, TV show after TV show, newspaper column after newspaper column, just condemning the right without ever engaging with them, and just saying you're bad people, you're bad people, you're.
You are bad people. Usually, not every right wing person's a bad person. I think a lot of right wing people are just misguided. They've been fear mongered into your ranks. But people like you, Carl, yeah, you're bad people. Ben Shapiro's a bad person. Trump, yeah, Trump's a bad fucking person. Okay. But I'll engage with, anybody who wants to talk to me. That's cool.
Bad people will never listen to your opinion. We'll never have you in the room while we're calling you bad people.
I listen to your opinion. I just tell you why it's stupid, and that hurts your little feelings.
We'll never have you explain yourself in a charitable and honest way. So we will try and understand your perspective because we're too busy calling.
I understand your perspective. It's fucking stupid.
You bad people. And the right has got to the point where they're just saying, okay, we do not care anymore. We are not looking for your approval now because it's become apparent that such a thing will never come. We cannot have some sort of discourse and dialogue where we have an understanding of each other's concerns and we try to work towards a mutually agreed solution. That is just off the table now, right? What's happening is that Trump, Bannon, Elon, the rest, they're just here to crush you. They're going to just crush you.
This dude's coming his pants over the destruction of his opposition, just like a good little fascist should. You're also overestimating your daddy issue father figures. Like, Elon's actually bumblefucking pretty bad. We just saw where he accidentally cut Ebola funding. Like, Bannon is just a convicted fraud loser fuckwit. I don't even know why he's still relevant. It's only because of Trump that he's still relevant. And most of Trump's policies just serve billionaire people while fucking the working class in our asses deeper and deeper. Like, and that includes poor right-wing people. They just, like, have recruited the right-wing people that are scared of non-whites, like, into their ranks to get to vote for them. Like, they take those people, they say that shit, so the right-wing people will vote for them, and then they do nothing to help the right-wing people. They're just like, all right, now that we're in here, tax cuts for us here and there and there. That's what they're doing, dipshit. Like, you're acting like this is some kind of, like, day of reckoning. Fuck off.
They've decided that you are not worth having in their civilization anymore as a political force. That's why they're defunding.
That's called fascism.
Everything that you've done. All of the left-wing apparatus.
Also, defunding essential services isn't winning a debate, you fucking moron. That's called... I'm going to say it again. I'll probably say it a lot during this video because that's what he is. It's fascism. It's fascism, Carl.
That was used to prop up this one-sided propaganda industrial complex is going. They're going to ruin it all for you. And they're going to do it because you would not sit down and take them seriously. You would not sit...
I've seen you... in a bunch of debates. I've seen you go on the Drunken Peasants. I saw your debate with Vosh where you, like, almost pussied out, like, not even, like, 2 minutes into the discussion. Like, what do you mean sit down and hear you out? They'll hear you out and then debunk you. And then you're like, oh, they're not listening to me. Why not? My racist, stupid bullshit is totally valid.
Sit down and give them the respect that, frankly, they deserved to have.
We've tried that. We've tried that. They walk all over us. They call us communist pieces of shit, whether we're communists or not.
And you're still not doing it. I'm still seeing shitlib podcast after shitlib podcast that just sounds like the most full-throated YouTube communist revolutionary. And I'm like, okay, so they've learned nothing. They have modulated themselves in no way. They haven't reconsidered any of their positions. And they refuse to move from the most radical left-wing perspective to even just...
By radical, you mean what? Like advocating for universal health care, workers' rights, climate action, racial and gender equality. We're opposed to hyper-capitalist, techno-feudalist, fascist bullshit. It's pretty fucking hard to compromise with the right when they just see us as a mere existence to their threat, because that's what we've been labeled. So... I don't know what the fuck you actually want from us except for us to just go away. Well, you can suck my dick. I'm not going anywhere, bitch.
slightly budge towards the center, even though this is all good stuff that is being done. Right? Elon is saving the taxpayer an unbelievable amount of money, and that will translate into people paying less tax. That's good for them.
Oh, this classic load of libertarian bullshit. All right. Let's make something very clear. Anybody watching, you really need to listen to this. Cutting social programs doesn't save taxpayers money. Okay? It redistributes wealth upward by giving tax breaks and subsidies to rich people while they still just take the same amount of money that we're always paying. The right's obsession with cutting funding is about control over you, not government efficiency. The problem is all these rich cocksuckers aren't paying their fucking taxes while the working class is forced to pick up the fucking slack.
Anyone on the left should be able to say, yeah, okay, I understand. I wanted massive amounts of wealth redistribution because I think I can save the world through welfare, but I also can at least understand why you would do that. And for some reason, instead, all we get is this constant cacophony of everyone's this, everyone's that, everyone's a Nazi, everyone's a fascist, everyone's evil, everyone's bad, everyone's a racist, everyone's this, everyone's that. And now you've got Steve.
This is coming from the motherfuckers that screech shit like every gay is a pedophile, every Muslim's a terrorist, and you're all going to hell. Yeah, no, fuck off. Like, you're projecting so fucking hard in this video. Like, you look fucking pathetic, Carl.
Bannon throwing up Roman salutes just in front of an entire crowd and not caring. Like, Elon did it, he was autistic. Calvin didn't, he was trolling. But I don't know if Steve Bannon is trolling. I think.
Well, no shit, Steve Bannon's not trolling. Steve Bannon's been a well-known Nazi for a while.
He's just like, fuck you. And
okay,
you
well,
made him happen. You made him come to this point. You need to start sitting down and having an actual discussion with people. This name-calling, slander politics has to...
Call me socialist, you fucking trans groomers.
Come to an end. And if it doesn't come to an end, don't be surprised when they show you no mercy.
Oh.
Don't be surprised at all. When literally you're just like, look, please, don't defund this. And they're like, no, that's already gone. What are you talking about? We defunded that before I walked in the room. That's gone. Don't lock that person up. No, we've decided this person's a criminal and we're locking them up. Oh, well, but I mean, can we have a reasonable discussion about this? And they will laugh in your face. They were like, no, you sowed the fuck.
You're basically right now just, you basically just admitted that you don't want an actual discussion. Like, you seem pretty happy, that they're just taking rule. Like the fact that you're so happy about this shows that you don't want civil discussion. This whole video is just a bunch of bullshit.
Can we have a reasonable discussion about this? And they will laugh in your face. They were like, no, you sowed the fucking wind. You are going to reap the whirlwind.
Oh.
You are.
Whoa. You're such a little badass, Carl, for saying something like that. Sow the wind. Reap the whirlwind. You will sow the wind and reap the fucking whirlwind. Little fucking LARPer bitch.
We are getting this as hard and as deep and as fast as we can make it. And we are going to make these cuts last forever. You are going to be forever scarred by the damage they're going to do to you.
Okay, thinking this is permanent just shows how historically illiterate you are. Like, what? We're just going to sit around and submit? Why would we start just submitting now? Let me tell you something, Carl. Left-wing people have suffered a lot worse than an autistic meth head that jacks off to small penis humiliation videos on his Twitter account. If y'all don't remember that, that's why he made it to where other people's likes aren't visible.
And you've done this to yourselves. This is your own fault. None of this would be happening.
Gaslighting.
Do you not notice how almost every one of your most powerful arch enemies, the people who want you destroyed and are currently in the process of tearing down everything you've built since the Obama administration, does it not make Does it not make you weirded out that every single one of them is an ex-Democrat? Every
The tear in the Democratic Party is between old school centrist conservatives like Joe Biden and Democratic socialists. I figured I'd add some details and some nuance since you're definitely not going to fucking bring that up at all. Like I know you're just ignoring facts so you can have a proper hit piece, but you should do your fucking research.
single one used to be on your side, and now they loathe you with the fury of 1,000 suns, and now they are going to scorch you out of existence. They are going to destroy the woke mind virus.
Oh, fuck y'all. It's the buzzword of the decade. The woke mind virus. Woke is the most vague bullshit, nothing insult ever fucking created. I'm filming right now, buddy. I'll catch you in a minute. If opposing racism, sexism, and corporate fascism is a fucking mind virus, then what the fuck is reactionary nationalism? A fucking brain tumor? You dipshits never engage with what woke actually means. Because it would require admitting leftist critiques of capitalism and oppression are actually fucking valid. Also, let's clear the fucking smoke for a second here. The right is way more brainwashed by their own bullshit. You cultists literally worship a billionaire that wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Trump would not give a fuck if he saw you die in the streets. He'd be like, hey, look at that poor little dead person. What a little bitch.
And they're going to enjoy doing it. They're literally going to burn you down because you couldn't be reasonable. And it's like you still don't understand this. And it's just frustrating, to be honest. It's just really frustrating how you are unable to have a reasonable conversation with anyone. Like, literally, you are you are genuinely controlled by a woke mind virus, right? They're not wrong when they make that assessment. And everyone can see it. Every single one can see it. And I know, like, you've got this impulse and you're like, God, I need to call them a racist. No, they're all going home. They're all going home. Do you understand? They're going home. It doesn't matter how much you say the magic word, racist, doesn't matter. They're going.
Sargon, I know by this point that you're probably really tired of being called racist, and I know you're really just projecting here. So let me help you with, I'm going to give you some advice on how to stop being called a racist. Are you ready? You ready for this? Stop being racist. All right. Just figure I'd help you out with that there.
Home. You can screech the word racist into the void forever. They are going home. Ask why. Ask why. Ask why you can't have a discussion about that. Ask if there can be any concord. Ask something, or watch your entire project get vaporized by people who think that they are on a crusade. Literal crusader crosses on them. They are coming to wipe you out. Can you be reasoned with in any way, shape, or form?
I don't know. Can you be reasoned with? Because they've been trying that for a while. And you guys just still spout the same bullshit.
Can you be brought to understand that you are in fact in this way the architects of your own demise? Or will it literally be that in 200 years' time there is a historical note in the history textbooks? There was something called the woke movement. You may have heard of them. They were much like the Cathars or the Bogomils or some other, the Platonic, Pythagoreans or something like this. Like a weird religious sect took over this city, like the Anabaptist of Munster or something.
That's a cute little Cope story you got there, buddy. But historically speaking, progressive movements are always demonized but vindicated later. Like civil rights, women's suffrage, labor rights were all considered woke back then.
but now they're just common fucking sense. If anything, the MAGA movement will be the ones that are going to be looked back on in the same way that we view like segregationists or McCarthyists. Like, this is some kind of weird gaslighting denial cope you have going on here, man.
And what happened? Well, there was a crusade against them. They got wiped out. And that was the end of that. And that's why there are no more of these people around. And everyone was like, okay, well, that was really crazy. Look at the crazy things they believed. And believe me, when your beliefs are represented in history books, you're going to look fucking bonkers. Genuinely mad. You're going to look like modern lobotomists.
Not the people that like went into Target because they sold like rainbow shirts, like threatening to like kill the cashiers and shit. Those people will be like the sane ones. Is that what you're saying? Or the people that wear the white masks walking around giving their heart out to everybody. Like, is that what you mean? Like, the 200 years from now, the Star Trek people are going to be like, those are the rational ones.
Like, you are going to look insane in the history books. Do you understand?
Okay,
and just at no point, it doesn't have to be a scorched earth campaign that is waged against you.
Then don't advocate for one.
You just have to admit you were wrong about a bunch of stuff. That's all you have.
God, just submit and throw away your rights already. Jeez. You fuckers don't want discussion. You want obedience. Accept our rule over you, and we won't be so mean to you. You sound like an abusive parent or a wife beater.
Have to do. You just have to go, maybe we've gone too far on that. Maybe we're not correct about that. Maybe there's a reason that the democratic Rousseauian general will has revealed to us through the ballot box, because surely this is what you must believe, that in fact we were wrong. And that was our particular wills that was informing our really nonsense policies. And so maybe we should do some sort of introspection. Maybe we can admit that it was us and not everyone else. But I know that you won't do that. I know that if a single left-winger watched this video, and please do let me know if you do.
Okay, I will.
I know you will admit nothing. I know you will.
I know what I'm saying is stupid, so I'll just say that they'll admit nothing as a gotcha. That'll get them. That'll refute. That'll get rid of anybody that's talking shit about this. That'll just make it. I can dismiss it after that. Is the fact that I said that people will say that what I'm saying is stupid. Nice try, dipshit.
Say, like Jeremy Corbyn, we may have lost the election, but we won the argument. As your movement is scoured from existence by furious ex-Democrats who are just so tired of hearing of you and anything you do, and just have understood that a drop of leftism is poison now, and so it all has to go. And that's, I agree with them, to be honest. I think a single drop of leftism is poison at this point.
A single drop of leftism is poisonous. So, what about during, like, when this country first started? Like, what about, like freedom of speech, or, the right to bear arms and all that? Those aren't. I know that American politics have, like, fucked this up, like, really hard. But those were like progressive ideas for the time, like birthright citizenship, and all that. Those were left-wing ideas. So you're saying a single drop. So no freedom of speech then. No wages at all, right? Like a single drop of fucking leftism. You're fucking stupid.
Again, all of it could have been talked out. You could have made reasonable concessions. Could have said, yep, we understand that you think that is too far. And therefore, because we respect you as our fellow countrymen, we won't do that. And the right would have said, okay, fair enough. Well, we understand that you think that's too far. So because we respect you, we won't do that either. We would like some other concessions, and you would say, well,
he's saying that, like, the right would have compromised if the left was fucking civil. This whole fucking video is just one big gaslight. Okay. Let me tell you something. I'm almost 30. In 3 years, I'll be 30 years old. The right
has not operated in good faith my entire fucking life. Okay? The GOP has refused to compromise on healthcare, even when Obama's plan for it was originally a Republican idea. But because the Republicans labeled it Obamacare, it became this evil fucking thing, and they had to just cuck it as much as possible, down to the point where it was dog shit. And now here we are so many fucking years later, and we still can't get healthcare. Another thing, the right has obstructed every single attempt at economic reform. They always tell us to go fuck ourselves. And you cocksuckers have embraced Trump, the motherfucker that shattered any form of political civility we did have. So if the right is ever willing to compromise, why the ever-loving fuck haven't they, Carl? How about you stop fucking gaslighting for once, you tea-sipping British fuckface? And actually just admit when you're fucking stupid and wrong. Stop trying to fucking cope.
We want some concessions on this, and that's fine, and we would negotiate. We would have a discussion about it. We would understand the fundamental legitimacy of each other's position, and we would say, right, well, we'll come to a compromise to make sure that everything works.
Okay, I'm done with this video. What a long-winded, gaslight-filled way of saying, stop! Quit it! You want to blame the left for everything and demand total submission, then act like a little fucking piss baby when people tell you to go fuck yourself. I wonder why nobody likes the right. Like, why we're so keen on telling you guys to go fuck yourselves. This is just more proof the right doesn't win by being correct. All right? They win by warping and changing the narrative to scare insecure white people. And that's really what it comes down to. That's the only way they win. Because if you present them with facts at all, they just get pissed and run off and start saying things like, they won't even talk to me. All right, fuck you, Carl. All right, we're done with politics. We're gonna watch some non-political stuff now. The show's not just politics. I got some trailers for you. It's called Total Chaos.
You've come here to find something. I believe it is something we have both desired for a long time. This place, this oasis, we've been here before, but it's not how we remember.
Kind of reminds me of there's a game coming out like next month called Atom Fall. This kind of looks like a creepier version of that. I don't know, it looks kind of cool. I don't know, they looks kind of dope. This is like up my alley. I like survival horror stuff. Resident Evil's like my favorite fucking game series ever. That and Halo, and Elder Scrolls. And Red Dead.
This place, it used to be somewhere I could be happy. But now, all that remains is decay. Nothing will ever be the same again. happening.
I'm not saying a lot.
On the north side of the island, a mine awaits us.
That's a change of pace.
We must reach it. Descend into its depths to the deepest point. Only there is where you will find the answers you seek.
I'm down. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Check it out. I like survival horror shit. What's next? This is like some kind of murder mystery game.
I'm so glad you all are here for our first annual murder mystery party.
Elizabeth? Calvin? Hello? Anyone there?
Tonight, we will be exploring the opulent Tylock Estate.
I'm going to kill you if you're messing with me. Come on, stupid thing.
Around here, it's known for its tragic history.
Jesus, Sam, you scared the hell out of me.
They say it turns friends against each other.
I think you're taking this just a little too...
And some people even say it's haunted.
She kind of like in the face a little bit, especially from this angle. She looks like the dude from Terminator 2, the liquid robot.
We need to meet now.
Leave him alone.
What are you doing?
Which one of you did it?
Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Give me just a second. I think the missus is home. I think I forgot to unlock the door. Oh, no, she's got it. The missus is here. What up, homie? What you got? Huh? Hell yeah. That looks okay, though. Yeah, so War of the Worlds game.
I need Aussie pitch. These sirs are here to celebrate Teleman's Day, the saint.
Come in, comrades. Come in. How can I help?
Same as usual, Onya.
Sweet tea, bitches.
Documents, food, weapons. At least for the time being.
I did hear about your failure. And I'm rather disappointed to hear about it. Food is a problem. People are running. Everyone's hungry.
Where are the aliens?
And you are happy to exploit that.
Well, they'd either steal it or burn it. So, where are you headed?
The master, of course. The master.
Ulsavotskan. A shoddy little town, hmm? You don't plan to walk there, do you?
I was hoping to get to a train station.
The train stations were destroyed first. Zhivaisky is the only one standing, but the Imperial Guards have it under lockdown.
This means the Tsar's planning to run?
Seems so. How about it, Lunya? Hmm?
Here. A key to my warehouse at the new market. There were almost no weapons there.
Thank you, baby.
But there's dynamite.
Oh shit. There they are.
My apologies, comrades. We have to go. Hey!
Oh, fucking run.
Sorry, comrades, but I have a steamboat to catch.
But how could he? I mean, isn't that betrayal?
Indeed it is, young man. It is.
Is this a Russian game? Because if not, the voice acting's not really that great. Okay. Might be okay. Should be cool. They showed some gameplay though.
Peggy.
Yeah. Let's see here.
12.
The story goes that the white birds never stop flying. They are born, they mate, and they die in the hot rising fumes of the volcanoes. And some people even claim that long after their death, their lifeless bodies glide on. These are but stories, people say.
You must go for me. You must go. Take the egg back. Take the egg of the white birds back to Amazon.
The last part gave me kind of like Bioshock vibes a little bit. I don't, like the rest of it doesn't, but that part did. Oh, it might be all right. This is real shit, though. I hope there's no copyrighted music in this trailer, because I fucking love these guys. How can you not?
How many people here smoke grass?
That's a government survey.
Their films have earned over $200 million.
The first rock and roll comedians, no doubt about it. You sure we're going the right way?
We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
No, we're southwest of fucking nowhere. We're not in the middle yet. So is this a documentary or a movie?
I don't know, man. All we can do is be funny.
Am I driving okay?
They're
Back in the day,
I mean, I know
comedians
they're old,
weren't respected. And we weren't afraid to get gross with them. Hey, this is what they really laugh at. What do we call ourselves?
Richard and Tommy? No.
Tommy and Dick? No. Cheech and Chong.
That was it.
We were making up this method as we were going along.
I got the tape recorder set up.
Dave, come on, man, open up. I think the cops.
Dave's not here.
Already on the Billboard charts?
The movie comes out, it's a giant hit. Giant.
Up in Smoke is fucking
not hard
a
to see what drugs
masterpiece.
do to you, you know.
Make it
I
rich.
like nice dreams, too.
But money and success might spoil them.
You still won't grow your mustache back.
You drive me nuts!
We're no longer partners.
Nothing lasts forever, Tommy. Nothing lasts forever.
I never met anybody quite like him.
It's very painful sometimes. Ow! But he's my best friend.
It's yin and yang, Cheech and Chong. All that stuff that happened, why don't we just let it go?
Come on, baby, I'll give you a ride. Let's go.
Cheech and Chong.
The old stone charmers.
Look how far we've come.
Got a joint?
Oh, I think I dropped some gummies.
What? Oh, come on. April 25th. Wait, come on. Guys, it's your last fucking movie. You're not going to do it on 420? Okay, but no, I'll see it. Looks cool. Looks nice. Looks wholesome. You know, for what it is. If you don't like Cheech and Chong, you can go fuck yourself. I am excited for this. I love these games.
I hope they don't fuck it up as an anime. I've never seen this clip before, so let's do it.
Hey, look! The Three Stooges came out to play. The way this usually goes is I do that, then drop a killer one-liner. But I'm drawing a complete blank right now. This never happens to me, I swear. Okay, wait. I got one. Pretend I just shot that guy. Bang! Man, Skeletor did not hold up since the 80s. Not my best work, but you...
Okay. It still looks like it could be alright, but here's the thing. You're gonna dive deeper more into like the edgelord humor. Please don't let most of this be fucking like Marvel humor. Like that last part there was like some Guardians of the Galaxy shit. Everybody's tired of that, but I mean, it looks like it could be pretty good though. Like I'll definitely check it out. Another game.
It's time.
Where is this? Where am I?
You're in the right place, but you won't like what you'll find.
You think you can escape what you have done?
I think I can try.
Okay, that looks alright. Speaking of things that don't look alright though. Yeah. First of all, before we watch this, nobody thinks this movie is gonna be good, right? Like Jack Black is just a total like horror for kids movies at this point. This is garbage. Why did there need to be a Minecraft movie? Or if there did need to be a Minecraft movie, why did they do some live action shit with Jack Black and Aquaman? And why couldn't they just do like some 3D animated thing?
I'm gonna cushion our fall with this water bucket!
In the overworld,
whoa,
anything you can dream about, you can create.
So they built all this?
Yeah, most of it.
Hold up.
That thing doesn't understand a word you're saying.
We're talking.
Life here was perfect.
I already know what this movie's going to be. You have Jack Black's the main comic relief. This boy over here is going to be the main character. Before they get sent to the Minecraft world, he's going to be like a little pussy that never stands up for himself. This girl over here, I am imagining is his... I'm guessing this is like his crush that stands up for him. Like he's going to get bullied at the beginning of the movie, and she's going to take up for him. And he's going to be like, thanks, you're such a good friend, but he actually likes her. And then at some point during the end of the movie, like his big story arc is going to be that he stands up for himself, and we're supposed to get all teary-eyed. This woman right here, they're going to just use for all hail nows, like every now and then to make people laugh that a black lady said all hail now. because that hasn't been overdone since the 90s. I have no fucking idea why Jason Momoa is here at all. Like, I don't know why he's dressed like that. I'm guessing Jason Momoa is just here because they want the moms that have to drag their stupid little fat kids to go see this movie in the theater. Like, it gives them some eye candy to look at. But anyway, yeah, then at the end of the movie, they're going to get sent back to the real world, and then the bully's going to come up to this kid again, and then the kid's going to have, like, confidence, and he's going to, like, you know, like, outclass the bully or stand up for himself, and then they're going to play the credits, and the credits are probably going to be They Call Me Steve by Teenage Bottle Rocket, because that's the only, like, Minecraft-related song I've ever heard that wasn't made by some YouTuber.
Perfect. Until one day, Flint and Steel, we came across the Nether. A place with no joy or creativity at all. What are you making? Oh,
It's not even canonically accurate. People have built cool shit in the Nether the whole time. I haven't seriously played Minecraft in fucking years, but I mean, I've seen pictures of people who've made some cool shit there.
if they get their way, this beautiful world and everything in it will wither and die.
Bio con Dios. It means goodbye, brother.
No, it doesn't.
Don't look at her.
Oh, he's also the stupid guy. He's like the goofy himbo guy. Okay, I got you.
Creativity is key to survival. Now what? Elytra wingsuits.
This whole movie's just in a fucking green screen.
Those things work, right?
Absolutely.
I got something for you.
Yeah, see? Just shit like that, basically.
Who else? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Well, we all know what that means.
This makes no sense.
Shouldn't this movie come out like 10 fucking years ago? Like, Minecraft's not even like the big kids game anymore. Now it's Fortnite, right? Like, and I feel like that's about to run its course as soon as something new comes along, because Fortnite's been around for a while. Like, I feel like this movie 2025, this movie should have come out back in like 2015.
Let's do this.
They want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken jockey.
That's funny.
Oh no, not again. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, it's the fucking
Are you all right?
fucking Stifler's hot ass mom from American Pie. The fuck's she doing in this movie?
Your head is huge.
I mean, she did fuck Eugene Levy, and that guy doesn't look too far from Eugene Levy. Yeah, I mean, I'm just ripping on it. We can all agree it's gonna be dog shit, right? Okay. Anyway. Okay. I did watch this last night. It's only 45 seconds. I'll play the whole thing and then I'll give my thoughts on it.
Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the fairest of them all? Why, Shrek, of course.
Ew, Dad.
Ooh, Mama light.
Who's making this stuff?
Not me.
Whoa! Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya? Oh, damn. Only in theaters, Christmas 2026.
Okay. I'm skeptical. Look, okay, let me say this. I fucking, with all my absolute goddamn heart, love Shrek. Shrek is the shit. I don't give a shit what anybody says about it. Most people I've ever talked to have said, yeah, Shrek's fucking awesome. I don't think they've ever put out like a bad movie. Like, there's some that's better than others, but like the entire Shrek cinematic universe up to this point, has been just fucking banger after banger after banger. And they announced that there would be a Shrek 5, like, well, it's like been like, I think they announced it the same year that Elder Scrolls 6 got teased. I'm skeptical, but that's mainly because of the art style. Like, the art style's a little jarring. Like, I don't know if it's just because they're supposed to be older now, because I mean Shrek's obviously aged a lot since the first one. Like he, we saw him from being a bachelor on the prowl to having kids, and now he's got a teenage Zendaya, and I don't know. I just hope they don't fuck it up. I hope they don't fuck it up with like millennial humor. What this movie needs to be is the finale. Like, 5 is a really good place to end it, and then it can be looked back on in animated movie history as like a nice series if they don't fuck this one up. I guess if this movie does suck, we can just pretend it doesn't exist, considering the last one's called like Shrek Forever After. So I don't know, but please, for the love of all that is fucking holy, do not fuck this up, or I will find you. And that's all I have to say about that. Alright, we're done with trailers. This is just some dumb shit right at the end. Figure the format of the show will be like, start out with the news, and then show some stupid people, like political commentators, like we did with Ben and Sargon. But, you don't want to leave all pissy, so, we just watch a little dumb shit. Let's wind back down. You don't want to get stoned and have a bad time. So here's some dumb shit. This is 30 biggest U.S. fast food chains by the map. So let's see. I fucking love me some Bojangles. That's it? Just like that little area? Where are they from? I'm guessing North Carolina. That's where most of it is. Or South Carolina. I don't know. They got some good ass fucking fries. Culver's. I've never been to Culver's. We don't have many here. Looks like it's like a Wisconsin thing. I've heard it's pretty good, but yeah, I don't. Whataburger is the shit. When did this come out? Okay, 4 years ago. I was gonna say, because like a year ago, we went to Whataburger. I live in Tennessee. There's a Whataburger close, or not too far from where we live. We went to that town and we tried it. It was pretty fucking good. Because I didn't know they had Whataburger like outside of Texas, but that shit's good. My only complaint about Whataburger is that they are Nazis with their fucking ketchup for some reason. Like, you ask for extra ketchup, they'll just tell your ass no. I'm like, all right, fine, well, fuck you then. Your burger's good, but fuck you. Zaxby's, fuck yeah. Zaxby's is my shit. Carl's Jr. is next Hardee's. No? Okay. Wingstop's okay. I don't like how long you gotta fucking wait. Like, no matter how fucking early I place my order, I still have to like wait when I get there. I don't know if that's just like the one in my town's fault or whatever, but yeah. Five Guys is fucking expensive as shit for no goddamn reason. I'm guessing they started in the East Coast. That's where most of them are. I mean, it's good, but it's on the same level as like Whataburger or like Wendy's. Like, it's like ordering 2 burgers with some fries shouldn't be like $50 fucking dollars. It is good though. Hardee's breakfast is good. They don't have any Hardee's in like New York and shit. That's surprising. Or like any of New England. Okay. I like the breakfast. The lunch is kind of garbage. But the fucking chicken biscuits are good. I've never actually eaten a Panera Bread. I heard it's just overpriced hospital food, and
Panda Express is okay. It's hit or miss. It's either really good or it's dog shit. I haven't had Jack in the Box in fucking years. Popeyes is my shit. Best fucking chicken place. I don't give a fuck when anybody says Popeyes. I fucking say that's the best fucking big fast food chain chicken sandwich you will ever sink your fucking teeth into. Out of like the big shit. Obviously, there's like independent stuff that tastes better, but goddamn, I love me some Popeyes. Chick-fil-A. Politics aside, there are people that like suck Chick-fil-A's dick. But politics aside, besides the fact they want to exterminate the gays, it's okay. Like, the food is okay. It's not like so fucking delicious like a lot of the church people that always go there say it is, but it's not horrible either. Like, it's decent. I've never had Chipotle either. I know a lot of white girls eat it. Jimmy John's, it's alright. It's better than Subway. Papa John's is pretty good. It used to be my favorite out of the big pizza places, but they've been dethroned because ever since that dude said that racist shit, he left. The quality's gone down. Like, that racist was the dude keeping the pizzas together. I fucking love me some Arby's. I know people trash on Arby's, but anybody that talks shit about Arby's can go eat a dick, alright? Fucking Arby's is goddamn delicious. It's overpriced, but I don't give a shit. You like fucking smoke a whole fucking dude by yourself, get you like 4 beef and cheddars with some Arby's sauce. You're in fucking heaven, my friend. Sonic is alright. It used to be a lot better, but ever since like COVID happened, Sonic has become half-assed dog shit, and I don't really know how to explain it, but it just is. Like, if you haven't had Sonic since 2020, don't waste your money. KFC is fucking garbage. Like, I know that people use KFC in like a lot of their racist jokes. Let me tell you something. I'm trying to think about how to phrase this without getting in trouble. I see KFC used in a lot of racist jokes, fucking on black people. Let me tell you something. Black people don't fuck with this shit. Like, we go to Popeyes, bitch. Little Caesars is garbage. It's only good for like a little party you're throwing. Dairy Queen's okay. Wendy's is my shit. Out of the big 3, like of the burger place, like of like the burger and fry like fast food places, like Wendy's, Burger King, and McDonald's. Wendy's is the fucking king, or I guess queen of that shit. I got fucking Wendy's right beside me that I'm looking and wanting to dig into right now because it's so fucking delicious. Fucking Baconator. I love the Baconator because they don't fuck around with all that vegetable bullshit on your burger. They're like, here's some meat and some fucking bacon, bitch. Enjoy. I'm like, thank you, Dave Thomas, and that fat redhead that the cute little girl is designed after. I said I dethroned Papa John's is by Domino's. Domino's has the best fucking pizza out of the main shit. It actually has taste. It's pretty, pretty good. Fuck with some Domino's. Pizza Hut's garbage. Except the wings. The wings are pretty good, but the pizza itself is dog shit. Burger King is probably the worst fucking place to ever serve food in existence. Like, when I was a kid, it was okay. Well, I don't know if it was just like kid blindness, because when you're a kid, you'll eat shit like kid cuisine and Vienna sausages on crackers and shit. But Burger King, for as long as I can remember how it tastes, is a bunch of gross bullshit that they fished out of a dumpster. They got a banger of a commercial song, though. Taco Bell reigns fucking supreme as the best fucking place ever.
When you're drunk, when you're driving drunk at 3 a.m, Taco Bell's there for you. They don't give a shit if you're drunk as fuck through that drive-through. Like, they're fucking A-cab, alright? They're like, we know you're drunk. Here's your fucking burrito, bitch. Enjoy. Fucking awesome, badass Taco Bell. Dunkin' Donuts is okay. It's cheaper than Starbucks. I mean, everybody shits on McDonald's, but everybody likes McDonald's. Even if they get the order wrong all the time, people just keep coming back for it. So that means it's probably pretty it's good. It's probably the worst thing you can put in your body, but everybody has a love-hate relationship with McDonald's, so, whatever. Starbucks is overpriced. The drinks don't taste bad, but it's overpriced as fuck. Subway is overrated. Holy shit, that's a lot of fucking Subways. Jesus Christ. They have like 50 in like these states nobody lives in. Wyoming shouldn't have that. Wyoming doesn't even have that many buildings in it, let alone Subways. Subway is good for if you're driving across country and your car breaks down at a truck stop and there's a Subway there. You're like, okay, well, there's something to eat that's not just like gas station food, so that's nice. I know it was known as like the healthy place until the guy lost weight walking to Subway every day and eating it, but then it turns out that he's also a kid diddler, and then they stopped getting pats on the back for being healthy after that, even though it's like they didn't change the ingredients. It's just that your spokesperson is like a horrible, reprehensible piece of shit. But, the meat is like very low quality though. Anyway, enough about my opinions on garbage.
No.
Apparently, when this guy's driving home from work, somebody throws a Mario plush at his truck.
They ain't believing me, but every day when I drive home from work, one of these neighbor boys throw a Mario at
I guess I should just shut the fuck up and let him talk.
me, and I'm going to catch him. There he is right now. God damn it. Now I'm gonna get off. I couldn't even film it. Yeah, I tell you, these Gen Z little twerps ain't got nothing better. I see you. God, my truck. Now, I don't know if it's Jeffrey or if it's Carter, but I swear I wouldn't even mind.
Oh shit, it came from the other side.
I swear that's you, Carter. I don't even care no more. It's not even a matter. Jesus Christ. God damn.
Why Mario?
Oh, my truck. No, my truck. No, God damn it. My truck. No.
On Thursdays, it comes from the other direction. Like, is it like neighbors taking shifts where he's like, hey, I'm not home on Thursdays. Can you throw this fucking Mario at this guy's truck for me? And the dude's like, yeah, sure, fuck it. Right?
Oh, no. My truck. Drive home. No. God, no, my truck. I have nothing better to do. I love this truck. My truck. My truck. My truck. My truck. My truck. 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 My truck. My truck. My truck. My truck. 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 My truck. No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Now, I'll tell you, when I show this video to Carter's mother, she, God damn it, my truck.
This dude's gonna, like, when he's old, he's gonna be at, like, his 90th birthday party. His whole family's gonna be there, and then, like, his little grandson or great-grandson's gonna be wearing, like, a Mario shirt, and he's gonna have a fucking PTSD attack, die in front of his fucking family. This guy is one of the coolest motherfuckers to ever live. So, I think this is in Germany. I'm not sure what this protest is about, but you can see all the stormtroopers out here coming through the mud. There's a wizard that shows up and keeps fucking with them. I don't know if he's the one that casts a spell to make it muddy or some shit. Yeah, the mud's pretty damn bad. I don't even know why they're trying. Yeah, and they're throwing shit at the cops too. Yeah, here he is. He's like, hey there. I cast the spell, how you doing? Yeah, here he goes. He's like, hey there. Need some help? Oh. See, and I think this is his spell, because he can walk through it just fine. These fucking cops are bumblefucking through this mud, but he just walks right on it. He's got some debuffing boots. Or sandals. Yeah, he puts that there to taunt him. He picks it back up. Throws it over there. He just goes and gets it. Oh shit, the hood's up. Or it's all pointy now. Yeah, then he just fucking boom! What a fucking badass. Fucking pushes his ass over. You can't do that in America. They just fucking blow your head off. They kill you, your dog, and your wife. Yeah, you got him again. Those hats, or those helmets, they look exactly like the dudes that work on the Death Star in Star Wars. Like those dudes that are like working in the computers, that's like the same helmets they wear. God, can you imagine living in a country where you can just throw shit at the cops and they just stand there like little bitches? A man can dream, can't he? I mean, no, I'm sorry, that... Look at me. Alright, hold on. You should never, ever, ever throw stuff at the cops. I would never support doing something like that. Especially at a protest where they're trying to shut you down. You should never make it hard for the cops. Make their jobs harder than just sitting in a car and eating McDonald's all day while, you know, doing fentanyl from the confiscation locker. Anyway. Like, retreat! So they got like a human chain. He drives away. Oh, he tried Mason. I don't think he got him though. Yeah, I don't know what this protest is about. I don't even care if I'm on the side of these people. That guy's badass. I kind of just have respect that these protesters actually have balls. They don't just sit around with a sign getting honks all day. They're actually fucking like engaging. I would never say that for American police, obviously. Don't do that to American police. You people in Germany, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit what's going on over there. Unless it's something cool like this. he fucking let him up. He cast a spell to like have him stand up. All right, I think that's it. Like, but we've seen some cool people in this episode. All right, we're in the final video of the night. Now, what you're about to see, let me go back to the serious screen here. What you're about to see is full-blown, very obvious truth that if you don't admit is actually right before your eyes, you're fucking blind. You are lying to yourself. There's no way that this could be faked. This is 100% real. I'm talking, of course, about the existence of Bigfoot. All right, let's fucking do this shit. "13 creepiest Bigfoot videos ever, 2024. I don't know if that means ever of the year 2024 or ever as of 2020. Let's just find the fuck out. Why am I talking?
At the start of the year, a video was released to the public featuring a camping enthusiast who had set up a campsite deep within the woods on his property. The exact location of this encounter remains unknown, but he resides somewhere in the northern United States. He had installed a trail camera on a tree at the site to monitor the area while he was away. Occasionally, he would retrieve the camera to check the footage, which mostly captured nothing unusual, except for the occasional curious deer or other wildlife. However, this time, the footage captured something that not only shocked him, but also stunned the entire world.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Why is there a tent out there? Bigfoot's fucking up that tent. What a fucking asshole. Maybe it's in his yard.
The video shows a massive, dark,
get off my yard, bitch!
Dropping a huge tree branch onto the man's tent. Upon zooming in, the creature appears to be covered in long, dark hair, with broad shoulders and a massive head, significantly larger than a human's. When compared to the tent, which is likely 4 to 5 feet tall, the typical height of a 1 to 2 person
I have an alibi for this day.
Camping tent. The creature towers over it, suggesting it stands around 8 to 9 feet tall. It is speculated that the clip is so brief either because the trail camera ran out of storage or because it only records for a few seconds after detecting motion.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless, the footage is incredibly captivating.
That's why there's only
As
a couple
for why
seconds.
the creature seems so angry, it's possible that the campsite was unintentionally set up in the Bigfoot's territory. The man has since moved his campsite.
That's what I'm saying. So get out of my fucking yard, asshole. What's this tent doing here?
Avoid any future
I don't deal with squatters in my fucking place. Like, you don't just go into somebody's backyard and set up a fucking tent. That's fucking rude. Get out of here, you freeloading fucking hippie scumbags.
The following describes a Bigfoot sighting captured by a lone hiker. While hiking in the vast wilderness, enjoying nature and losing track of time, the hiker eventually reached an area surrounded by thick pine trees. The trees were so dense that it was difficult for him to see through to the other side.
Okay.
Suddenly, he heard something massive moving on the other side of the dense trees. Thinking it was a large animal, he pulled out his phone and started
Just show the
recording.
footage.
However,
Stop showing us stock
what he
footage.
captured was far more dark and disturbing.
Holy shit.
Oh shit. What is he like? Does he have like big gorilla arms?
Creature walked past. Some immediately identified it as Bigfoot, but this creature looked different from the traditional depiction of Bigfoot.
Yeah, he's got like big gorilla arms. That's just like a runaway gorilla from a cocaine dealer's house.
It was more hunched over. This unsettling creature.
Like, drug lords have weird pets all the time. He's like, oh shit, the cops are coming.
This could be.
Be free, Harambe Jr.
This intriguing Bigfoot trail camera footage comes from West Central, Alberta, Canada.
Oh fuck,
and
it's a
was highlighted
Canadian
on
Bigfoot.
January 17th, 2024. The trail camera, set up to film and collect data on wolverines in the area, was never expected to capture something like this.
Where's he at? Oh, I see him. Right over. Yeah, right there. Okay, I zoomed in. Why is he just standing there?
The camera was initially triggered by a buck behind a tree,
something.
which briefly peeked its head around before retreating. However, something else was hiding on the other side of the tree.
That's a smart ass Bigfoot. Like, I didn't even know there's a camera over there. He's just like, wait, what the fuck is that? By Bigfoot law, I cannot be captured perfectly on camera. So he like fucking jumped behind the tree. He's like, fuck is that? It's
completely still. But once the buck walked away, it moved out of its hiding place. The creature appeared to be incredibly tall and massive, dark, and seemingly covered in fur.
Yeah, that's what
to
Bigfoot
estimate
is.
The creature's height, consider that the average buck stands around 3 feet tall at the head, and this one seemed particularly large, possibly 3.5 feet tall. However, for the sake of this video, let's assume it was 3 feet tall. The supposed Sasquatch's head appeared much higher than
you
the
gotta go
deer's,
into the math. It was
even though
obviously
the
a
ground
big
where
feet.
the Sasquatch was standing, Sasquatch was on even
Oh,
with the place.
God, so much fucking math. If I wanted to do math, I would have stayed in college.
Let's take a look at some very mysterious footage. A man named Hunter Peter claims to have the body of a Bigfoot stored in a freezer.
It has 5
What?
toes. You can see its very large hands. See its eyes.
You killed a Bigfoot and put it in your fucking freezer? What are you, Jeffrey fucking Dahmer, you fucking sociopath?
It clearly is a male. You can see
his dick.
See right there. This is the front of the Sasquatch. You know, compared to
Bigfoot's got a tiny little wee-wee. I wouldn't have expected that. I don't know.
human's hand. Like my hand's not even close.
The footage shows what he says is a Sasquatch corpse, frozen and packed with ice. The body is enormous, matching the typical descriptions of Bigfoot, with dark brown matted fur, large hands, and an overall massive physique. The head appears decayed and bloodied, with closed eyes and...
You don't have to keep saying that the creature is big. Like, yeah, Bigfoot's fucking big. His name is Bigfoot. His name ain't Littlefoot. That's a little fucking baby brontosaurus cartoon little fucker that eats tree stars. It's Bigfoot. Big ol' ape motherfucker.
jagged teeth, giving it a very realistic appearance. Could Hunter Peter actually have a real Bigfoot body? Or is this an elaborate hoax?
Why is he not in jail?
Hyper-realistic prop.
Killing fucking Bigfoot.
But if that's
fucking
the case,
asswipe.
it's an exceptionally convincing one. Let me know what you think in the
The
comments
fucking
below.
O.J. Simpson of fucking cryptids.
This video, released on July 14th, 2024, comes with the caption, "Terror on a rural farm deep in the wilderness. The red-eyed aggressive Bigfoot." Here's the footage.
Bigfoot was stoned. Like, what do y'all got in there? Where is he? Oh. His cable's out. He's seeing what y'all are watching. Like, what y'all watching? You watching Squid Game Season 2? Y'all seen that Devil May Cry anime yet? I heard it's gonna be okay. That's it?
As you can see, a pair of red glowing eyes are peering into the home from outside in the yard. Due to the darkness,
I mean, that's just red eyes, though. That it can't, you know, it might not be a Bigfoot. It might be a skinwalker or an alien, you know, or, you know, just some dude that's really high on crystal meth walking naked through the woods. We can only see the eyes.
it's impossible to identify the creature, but based on the red eyes, it seems to be something out of this world. No.
Well, obviously it's not out of this world because it's on this world, dipshit.
Known animals have red glowing eyes like this, leading many to speculate that it could be some sort of cryptid. A dangerous predator lurking in the depths of the wilderness, even though the caption suggests it's a Bigfoot.
The following trail cam video is claimed to show close-up and clear footage of a Bigfoot.
Oh shit!
And for some, it's among the most...
That's like the one thing that we've never gotten. I think it's illegal to have close-up, unblurred, clear footage of Bigfoot. Like, I thought that was like one of his powers he had, was he just fucked up cameras he was around.
Convincing evidence to date. According to MBTV, the location was near Close River on the Oregon and California border. The trail camera was strapped to a tree branch about 10 feet off the ground. Take a look at this chilling footage.
Yeah. Yeah, there he is. He's like, what the fuck is that up there?
Originally set up to record a feeder below, captured a massive creature. It's dark and completely covered in long, shaggy hair. The face is terrifying, resembling a monkey's, but it's clearly not any type of monkey. Given that the camera was placed 10 feet up, this creature is estimated to be around 8 feet tall, as its head is only a couple of feet below the camera. The size of the arm and leg in the shot is...
I didn't realize that Bigfoot was cockeyed. Like, he has one... He's like a crackhead outside of a truck stop. Like, one of his eyes are, like, over here. You know? You know, you ever walk up on somebody like that where, like, they're turned around. So you go up to them, and you're like, hey, man, can you tell me where this is? And they come over there, and one of their eyes is looking at you, and the other one's, like, over here. It's like, oh, yeah, you just go over there. It, like, catches you off guard. You're like, oh! You're like, you have to act normal. like it didn't just, like... Yeah. That's this Bigfoot. He's that guy.
Is enormous, with limbs that are too thick and well-defined to belong to someone in a costume. This remarkably realistic footage has not yet been debunked and is even puzzling experts.
But
so what do you think? Could it be a Bigfoot?
Obviously.
A photo was recently released that was taken by a driver's dash cam around 1:10 a.m. in Anaheim Hills, California, in a small suburban neighborhood. The photo captures a dark, hairy creature that appears both ape-like and human-like, unlike gorillas and apes, which
Bigfoot's
typically
rocking the
hunch over when
suburbs.
they move. This creature stands upright, leading many to believe it's not a monkey at all, but possibly a Sasquatch. The Sasquatch, commonly known as Bigfoot, is an infamous creature often reported across
artist formerly known as Bigfoot.
the U.S. However, Bigfoot has never been officially recognized by science. Despite this, the abundance of photographic and video evidence, along with numerous first-hand accounts, has led many to believe in its existence. Bigfoot is said to be very elusive, usually staying hidden from sight. So why would one of these creatures appear in a small California neighborhood? It really makes you wonder, could this be a clever hoax?
Bigfoot's fucking somebody's wife, isn't it obvious? He's coming out of the woods to get him some pussy.
Or is it a genuine photo of Bigfoot?
Photo?
The following was just released on January 3rd, 2024. A man was hiking in the woods, enjoying nature, when he came across a beautiful clearing, an open field surrounded by trees on all sides. He admired the breathtaking view and he eventually took a photo. It wasn't until later that he noticed something unusual among the trees. When he zoomed in on the photo, he spotted a tall, dark creature right in front of the trees. The creature is covered in long black hair and appears to be peering at the man. Skeptics initially suggested it could be a monkey or gorilla, but the creature is too tall and
He's
too
like, what the
slender to
fuck
be
you
any
doing in
known
my
primate,
yard, boy?
and its posture is distinctly human-like.
I'm sick of you damn woke hippies taking goddamn gas station mushroom gummies and walking out into my fucking yard.
Monkeys typically don't stand fully upright like this, and based on the surrounding trees and foliage, the creature is estimated to be around 10 feet tall. Skeptics also propose that it might be someone in a costume, but how could they be that tall?
Nobody would ever wear a Bigfoot costume. Get fucking real, okay? Every Bigfoot you see is a Bigfoot, okay?
Plus, the creature looks incredibly realistic. Because of these details, many believe this could indeed be a Bigfoot caught on camera. Perhaps it was trying to blend in with the surrounding vegetation, but was ultimately unsuccessful. I'll leave this one.
Why are you putting the pictures closer to the number, like the better ones? Like you should have the pictures should be the older, like the videos are way more interesting.
Up to you. Do you think this is the first legitimate Bigfoot sighting of 2024?
Okay. The first? And people see him all the fucking time. He's everywhere. Like, if you look up a map of, like, where Bigfoot's been seen, he's literally, like, all over the fucking world. He's, you know, he's, like, usually in America, but he's in Canada, Mexico, China. You know, he's been on vacation in, like, you know, fucking South Korea and shit.
Let me know your thoughts.
Australian Bigfoots, they're probably venomous.
This is some brand new footage released on August 5th, 2024 called the Jabez Cascade. Bigfoot.
Okay.
The footage looks extremely real and it's shocking so many people.
Okay.
But the most mysterious part about it is that no one can find any background information. Despite lots of digging, I couldn't find any background information either. But here is the captivating Jabez Cascade Bigfoot video.
Okay. Yeah, he's walking around.
The video shows a dark and wide, hunched over being in the distance. It seems to be trying to sneak around, but noticed the man's presence and tried to flee quickly and quietly. The way it walks is not the way a human walks.
Why is he sneaking around? He doesn't have to sneak around. He's in his domain. Maybe he's just walking around. Maybe there's like something over there. There could be some bear shit he's stepping over. Like, why would he be afraid of people?
Either. Its strides are strange, this still shot. Here provides us with the best look. It really does look like a Bigfoot. And it's estimated around 70 feet tall, or so. But until more background information is released, it may remain a mystery. A mystery that may be better off unsolved.
Why?
This footage is from some time ago, but has only recently reappeared, leaving the internet baffled. The mysterious incident took place in Latvia, a country in northeastern Europe. A man was casually walking through a Latvian forest when he suddenly encountered what appeared to be a Bigfoot-like creature.
What do you mean Bigfoot-like creature? Yeah, that's just a Latvian Bigfoot. He's good at basketball and drinks vodka. Probably has a couple tracksuits in his closet.
The creature was covered in thick fur and walked on two legs. As soon as it noticed the man filming, it quickly...
He had thick fur and walked on two legs? You mean like big feet do? That's fucking nuts, dude.
...retreated, bounding across a highway.
Running in slow motion across the freeway.
Given that there were no cars on the road, it's believed that this was a remote, or perhaps even an abandoned highway, deep in an isolated area. The man who encountered the strange being was left clueless about what he had just witnessed. As viewers, we can tell that this creature is not human by the way it moves. It crouches down, looks at the person filming, and runs across the highway with...
Yeah, humans don't crouch or look at things or run.
...an unusual gait, swinging its arms and shoulders in a way that is not typical of human. Cryptid enthusiasts quickly speculated that this might be a Bigfoot, although its smaller size led some to believe it could be a juvenile Sasquatch. Others think it might be an entirely different cryptid species native to Latvia.
In June 2023, a mother and daughter were taking a walk along a familiar path in the woods, a route they had traversed many times without any unusual or frightening experiences. However, this day turned out to be different.
Well, yeah, I figure you would walk a trail plenty of times if you didn't have frightening experiences. But yeah, if you walked a trail and something fucking scary happened or popped out, yeah, you'd probably fuck off from that place.
As they enjoyed the tranquility of nature, they were suddenly interrupted by a massive, unidentified creature. The creature was spotted in the brush just off the path.
Oh, come on inside! Carly!
You have his hand out. Like, you got any change? These tariffs are fucking me, man. You got any change?
A giant hairy beast that, upon realizing it had been seen, quickly turned and fled. The mother, visibly shaken in the footage, urgently called for her daughter to run inside. Despite her fear, she managed to capture a fairly clear video of the creature. Zooming in for a closer look, the creature appears to be covered in brownish fur, with its face and hands being the only areas not covered. Its face, in particular, looks terrifying. The footage has sparked debate.
No, it doesn't. Don't be fucking mean to him like that. You probably aren't so good looking yourself.
Out that the fur
fucking
appears
asshole.
neatly trimmed. However,
You fucking look shame
others note
Bigfoot
the
like
creature
that.
stands
Fuck you.
around 8 feet tall, with broad shoulders and a wide stature, making it unlikely to be human. Some speculate it could be a prop, but the mystery remains intriguing, leaving us with more questions than answers.
You're so fucking mean to Bigfoot. What's your fucking problem, dude?
There isn't much context available for this video. It's unclear where exactly it was filmed or who the man in the footage is. What we do know is that the man was a hiker, out for a hike, and it seems he was vlogging his experience. The video starts off normally, with him showing his surroundings to the viewers, but something massive is quietly lurking in the background.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
As he turns, we catch a glimpse of a dark, hairy creature lurking in the valley with
How did he
him.
not see
The
him?
unsuspecting man seems completely unaware that he is being stalked, and continues walking and filming as usual. He claims that it wasn't until he reviewed the footage later that he noticed the mysterious figure. Upon zooming in and examining the footage more closely, the creature appears to resemble a Sasquatch, with its dark fur, wide stature, and broad shoulders. Although it's difficult to determine its exact height due to the distance, it's estimated to be significantly taller than the man filming. This encounter took place on February 21st, so further investigation is still ongoing.
Number 1.
This video was uploaded to TikTok on October 26th, just a few days ago. It features a man doing construction work in a forest, operating a backhoe as part of his job. Unbeknownst to him, a trail camera set up near the site captured something unusual lurking in the background.
There he is. Yeah, he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
The creature seen in the footage looks enormous.
Are you tearing down my
Estimated
damn
to be at
trees,
least 9
asshole?
feet tall, based on its position. It appears to be observing the man from a distance, seemingly intrigued by what he's doing. If this was indeed a Bigfoot, it might have been fascinated by the construction activity, possibly because it had never encountered anything like it before.
I'm not fascinated. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're tearing shit down. Like, I live in my shit. You go live in your stupid shit and pay your stupid ass taxes, you dumbass humans. I'm gonna sit out here and be a fucking Bigfoot and do Bigfoot shit and fuck my Bigfoot wife. You're going into his fucking land and taking that shit down. He's fucking mad. I'd be too.
The backhoe never noticed or heard the creature. So
What
if
a
not
fucking
for the
dick.
trail
Fuck
camera,
that guy in the hat
no
over
one would
there.
have known it was there. Interestingly, someone in the comments mentioned that Bigfoots are known to be curious.
Big feet. You're such a Bigfoot expert. It's big feet is the plural, dumbass.
About construction equipment. And this behavior is supposedly well documented. If that's true, it could explain what's happening in this video. However, some speculate it could just be a person in a gorilla suit or some other kind of costume. But given the creature's freakish height, that seems unlikely. I'd love.
Alright. Well, that's all I have for this episode. Pulled all my content. But if you like the stream, give it a like, subscribe. This is the first episode, so more shits to come, just like your wife, bitch. And you know, ready for more shit. Only gets better from here, so you might as well subscribe and see what happens.